China's trillion-dollar megaproject to dominate the world. You've probably heard of the Silk Road, the ancient trade route that once ran between China and the West during the days of the Roman Empire. It's how oriental silk first made it to Europe. It's also the reason China is no stranger to carrots. And now it's being resurrected. Announced in 2013 by President Xi Jinping, a brand new double trade corridor is set to reopen channels between China and its neighbors in the West, most notably Central Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. According to the Belt and Road Action Plan released in 2015, the initiative will encompass land routes and maritime routes to improve trade relationships in the region primarily through infrastructure investments. The initiative was incorporated into the Constitution of China in 2018. The Xi Jinping administration calls the initiative a bid to enhance regional connectivity and embrace a brighter future. The project has a target completion date of 2049, which will coincide with the centennial of the People's Republic of China's founding. To hear more about this project and learn something new, you just need to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Now, all that remains is to welcome you to the Billion Dollar Projects channel, and the video can start. Xi Jinping originally announced the strategy as the Silk Road Economic Belt during an official visit to Kazakhstan in September 2013. Belt is short for the Silk Road Economic Belt, referring to the proposed overland routes for road and rail transportation through landlocked Central Asia, along the famed historical trade routes of the Western regions, whereas road is short for the 21st Century Maritime Silk Road, referring to the Indo-Pacific sea routes through Southeast Asia to South Asia, the Middle East, and Africa. Examples of Belt and Road Initiative infrastructure investments include ports, skyscrapers, railroads, roads, bridges, airports, dams, coal-fired power stations, and railroad tunnels. Infrastructure corridors spanning some 60 countries, primarily in Asia and Europe, but also including Oceanica and East Africa, will cost an estimated $4 to $8 trillion. Many of the countries in this belt are also members of the China-led Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. 3 belts are proposed. The North Belt would go through Central Asia and Russia to Europe. The Central Belt passes through Central Asia and West Asia to the Persian Gulf and the Mediterranean. The South Belt runs from China through Southeast Asia and South Asia and on to the Indian Ocean through Pakistan. The strategy will integrate China with Central Asia through Kazakhstan's Nurly-Zol infrastructure program. On the other hand, the Maritime Silk Road is the Sea Route Corridor. It is a complementary initiative aimed at investing and fostering collaborations in Southeast Asia, Africa, and Oceania through several contiguous bodies of water: the South Pacific Ocean, the South China Sea, and the wider Indian Ocean area. The Ice Silk Road is a joint project between China and Russia to promote economic development in the Arctic region. This involves, among other things, projects involving laws related to Arctic developments, as both Chinese and Russian companies are eager to carry out increased oil and natural gas exploration in the area. Now is the time to see infrastructure projects. Those projects are implemented in many countries, and here are the ones. Projects in Asia include Sri Lanka and Indonesia. Well, Sri Lanka has signed a leasing contract for the strategically important Hambantota port, leasing the post to China for 99 years. The deal gave the Sri Lankan government $1.4 billion, but the money will be used to pay off the debt to China. And in Indonesia, the project of the first high-speed railway was made. It is a 140-kilometer-long Jakarta to Bandung line. We move to another continent to see other projects. In East Africa, Ethiopia will have a new standard-gauge electric railway to supersede the old Ethio-Djibouti railway. Another railway will be built. In May 2014, the Kenyan government agreed with their Chinese counterpart for the construction of 470 kilometers of railway between Mombasa and Nairobi. This railway reduces the travel time from 12 hours to 4.5. And it remains only to see the projects in Europe. Well, the China-Europe Freight Train initiative was initiated in 2011 and thus older than the BRI, but it is now considered a part of it. With this new service, shipping has become both faster and cheaper. There is also an environmental aspect since this railway transport emits much fewer greenhouse gases into the air than airplane freight. 7 years after being launched, The service has expanded to link 48 cities in China with 42 destinations in Europe. A large chunk of cargo leaving China are garments and auto parts, and when the train leaves Europe, they are loaded with goods such as timber, machinery, and food products. In March 2018, the network expanded from China to Vietnam. Well, there is still time until 2049, but we are sure that China will complete its projects and realize a new and modern Silk Road. And not only China will have a lot of benefits from this, but also all the countries with which it is connected, whether by land or by sea. So what do you say about this? We would like to know your opinion, so feel free and share it with us in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, share it. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Of course, don't forget to turn on notifications to be notified when the new video is ready for watching. Well guys, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a nice day and we will meet you soon again.